Jesus performed miracles. They watched Jesus heal a paralyzed man. They watched him heal Peter's mother-in-law. They watched him cast out demons. And many other miracles. They had no right to doubt the power of Jesus. The next point I want us to notice. Jesus calmed the storm. Completely. Jesus walked out on that boat and said, "Peace, be still." And the wind stopped blowing. And the waves stopped clapping. Jesus had the power. The miraculous power. He showed once again that he was Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. And then I want you to notice what they asked in verse 41. They said, "Who can this be? That even the wind and the waves obey him." They had seen men obey Jesus. They had seen demons obey Jesus. But they had never seen an object with no intellect obey Jesus. And they were astonished. They said, "Who can this be?" I want us to answer that question. But before we do, I want to make some applications from the points we looked at. The first thing I want us to remember is this. Storms will come in our lives. Trouble will come. Even if we are walking with Christ, trouble will still come. Trouble can come quickly. Trouble can be violent. You guys know all about that. You saw what the earthquake did to you. But there are other storms that come. Someone you love can get a disease. You may lose your job. Someone you love may die. These are storms in our lives. And I don't want you to think that just because you're a Christian, storms will not come. I want you to know that even though you walk with Christ, trouble will come. But I want you to think about where Jesus is when the storm comes. He is not afraid. He does not fear the storm. There's nothing we can face that Jesus doesn't understand. He knows that God's will be done. It just may not be be in our time. And then I want you to stop and think about what we do when storms come. How many times do we fear and lose faith? We say, God, don't you care that I'm going through this? We are tempted to say, God, where are you? We are tempted to lose our faith in Jesus Christ. But we have no right to doubt Jesus. He has proven himself over and over. Why do we doubt? And then I want us to think about this. Just like Jesus calmed that storm on the sea, He has the power to calm the storms in our lives. Verse 39 said He brought a great calm. He didn't calm the storm a little bit. He calmed the storm completely. He stopped it. And He can stop the things in our life that hurt us if we have faith. And now I want to finish by going back to that question they asked. They said, who can this be that the storm obeys Him? I want to ask you, who can He be that He stills the storms in our lives? Now I want to tell you who He is. He is Jesus Christ. He is the Lord of Lords. He is the King of Kings. He is the Prince of Peace. He is the only one who died for you and me. He's the only one who came out of that grave so that we can come out of that grave. He is Jesus. He has the power. In John chapter 14 and verse 6, He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no one comes to the Father except through me. It's all about Jesus. Now I want to remind you of what we just the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Prince of Peace, the Almighty God. And He loves us. Every one of us. If you don't have Jesus in your life, you don't really know peace and calm. Oh, you may have calm for a season, but you don't have real calm in your life. If you've never accepted Jesus Christ, it's an easy thing to do. You've heard the gospel. Jesus died for you and raised from the dead. You have to believe that. You have to turn away from your sins. You have to confess Jesus Christ. And you have to be baptized into Christ for the forgiveness of your sins. And when you do, God will add you to His church. And you will have the calm that comes from Jesus alone. If you need to respond to the gospel call, we invite you to come today. Nothing would give me more joy than to baptize you today in Jesus Christ. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Troubles will come. Thank you.
nous revenons ce matin. Pas tant de tard. Avec Jésus, le problème n'a venu. Mais on a un renfort. Le problème